Hey, this is Chris. Hope you're doing well, and welcome to Popcorn Finance, the show where we discuss finance and about the time it takes to make a bag of popcorn. Appreciate you all coming back, as always, especially because today we're hopping into another one of Allison's budget bites, and this is on a topic that I definitely need a lot of help with. So let's jump into another budget bite.
Hey, it's Allison Backerly from Inspired Budget with your budget tip. Today's budget tip is all about meal planning because I know that food can be a difficult item in your budget to keep under wraps. I know that for me, I tend to go over in my groceries budget and I love to eat out. And so when I sit down and I make a meal plan every week, I know that I am more likely to actually cook the food that I make at home, and I'm less likely to grab Chipotle or Chick-fil-A or McDonald's on the way home from work after a long day. Make your meals easy. Don't try to go overboard with them. Keep them simple, choose crock-pot meals, and plan it all out in advance. That way, you have something ready to go and you're not tempted to spend money that you maybe didn't have budgeted for in the first place. That's your budget tip. Look for more budget tips at inspiredbudget.com or follow me on Instagram at inspiredbudget. Have a great day.
Thanks again, Allison, for sharing another one of your tips, and this is one that I struggle with constantly. I think it's because I'm not a big planner or prepper for the next day. I don't really take the time to get ready for the next day. I just get home tired from work and I'm like, I want to relax a little bit, or maybe watch TV or read a book or do something else, but not go into the kitchen and put food into containers. This is definitely something that I need to put a little more effort into. So Allison, thanks for bringing this back to the front of my mind so that way I can actually do something about this. And before we go, I wanted to read a review that I received on Apple Podcasts. I'd love to see the reviews that you all leave for the show. This one comes from Miss Ellie, and she wrote, Chris Browning is a fun, upbeat, and super smart host. I love listening to this short form podcast while eating good kettle corn. I'm going to stop right there. You're already a great person, because if you're listening to the show and eating kettle corn, there's not much more you could be doing in life that's greater than that. So yeah, you're doing some things right, Miss Ellie. But I'll jump back into the review. She continues, the guests on this podcast are experts in their field, and even though I know a lot about financial matters, I still learn new hacks from Popcorn Finance. If you have a short commute, 10 to 15 minutes, do yourself and your money a favor and download these episodes. He is also good to follow on social media. So thank you, Miss Ellie. I really appreciate that review. And yeah, if you're not joining me over on Instagram, please come join me. Look for at Popcorn Finance Podcast, and you can find me on there. I like to share pictures that I've gotten to take with guests. Like last week when I went to Stack's house, I shared some images of that trip and kind of what I got to see there, and interviewing Farnoosh. And it's just a fun place where I like to hang out and talk to all of you who are listening to the show. So if you have some time, you like Instagram, come on over there and join me. And also, if you're enjoying the show, be like Ellie, leave a review. I love reading these things. They make my day. So when I'm sitting there at work and I'm tired and I'm burnt out and I check and see that there's a new review from one of you who's listening, it makes my day, pumps me up, gives me some energy to come back and record some more episodes for all of you listening. So yeah, if you have some time, head on over to Apple Podcasts, leave the show a review. So as always, I appreciate you all joining me here for another bag of popcorn. I hope you have an amazing rest of your week, and I'll talk to you soon.
Your boy keep it poppin' like Mary Poppins.